Welcome to Big East Lacrosse on FS2, presented by Jeep Grand Cherokee, and welcome to spring in southeast Wisconsin. Milwaukee, the site of Valley Fields and the campus of Marquette University, and the site of Championship Saturday in the Big East Women's Lacrosse Championship presented by Jeep. It's the #1 seed, the Denver Pioneers, and the #3 seed, Georgetown Hoyas. Denver won its 7th straight game to arrive at this championship, while the Georgetown Hoyas advance past the host to keep their NCAA birth hopes alive. Glad to have you with us on this Saturday, along with my partner, Rich Donovan. I'm Patrick Reed. Megan Caffrey will be joining us later. And Rich, we have a matchup of teams for a championship has been a long time coming for them. Denver has never won a Big East title in 3 tries. They're still relatively new to the league. As for Georgetown, it's been 8 years since the Hoyas last tasted a title.
2 outstanding coaches, Patrick, leading their teams in the game that will award the automatic qualifier for our NCAA tournament.
Ricky Fried and his Georgetown team are looking for answers, trailing by 4 in the first half to the Denver Pioneers in the championship game of the 2019 Big East Women's Lacrosse Championship presented by Jeep. Rich, we see what these teams have done at conference play. Denver is the leader in the Big East in goals against average. They're also the nation's leader in goals against average entering play today. Liza Kelly's team, for all of the offense, we've talked about it again and again, they love playing defense.
When you can hold teams to under 7 goals a game, there's no mystery why you're 14-2. Draw controls become even more important the higher scoring the game is, simply because there are more of them. But an opportunity for Georgetown to try to get on the board. And as we see the wing play, the movement prior to the whistle awards the ball to Denver.
A 3rd draw control win for the Pioneers, who have won 7 straight games. Their last loss coming on St. Patrick's Day, March 17th at Virginia Tech. So the Pios on a roll entering this game, playing in the Big East Championship for the 3rd straight season. Losses the last 2 years to the Florida Gators, who are no longer members of the Big East. They're in the American Athletic Conference for Women's Lacrosse. The SEC does not sponsor the sport. A change in the makeup of the Big East. Coming into this season now a 6-team league, and 4 who play in these championships. Weaving through is Behrens, and she'll draw the whistle.
Georgetown trying to establish more of a defensive presence, but early on, Denver's athleticism and going hard to the goal has been very effective.
Behrens was swarmed. She'll have the free position chance 8 of 12 this season. Make that 9 and make it 5 for the Pioneers.
5 goals on 6 shots on goal for Denver. And the offensive pressure has been relentless. The extension, getting your hands free, placement to the far pipe, and the best way to defend against these free position shots is not to allow them. And right now, Denver has been relentless going to the goal. Francesca Whitehurst now at the draw control, realizing that there's a sense of urgency for Georgetown now to win the draw, go to offense, and take that 0 off the scoreboard.
But it's going to start for Georgetown, Rich, with a clean possession if they can get possession, and Baum will prevent that.
Baum winning it clean. When you can go vertical and win the ball to yourself, it eliminates the wing play.
Hawk Bullen from goal line extended. Walking right in his face, and she'll keep it moving for the Pioneers.
Pioneers playing with tremendous confidence on offense, good ball movement.
They can afford to play with patience, and for moments like that, as the senior Julia Feist scores.
I am so impressed with Denver's movement to the ball. When your back is to the cage, you have to come to the ball, catch, curl, and shoot. And they have done it on 3 separate occasions. We see the long lob pass, play with your head up, cut, and finish to the far pipe. The shooting placement has been exemplary so far. Catch, cradle, and the release point. Georgetown trying to play the passing lanes, but when you have the size and athleticism and you can throw high passes to teammates that can catch it cleanly and have their hands free.
And that's just it. Feist put it in a spot where only B. Behrens could get to it and got the return. And for Feist, now 135 goals in her Denver career. She's the second-team all-conference selection this year.
Throw a pass to your teammate that you'd like to receive as well. And they have shared the ball. We talked about it. You can manage the momentum there. You gave up a goal, but you win the draw. Georgetown stayed disciplined. No fouls. Defend your goalie. They've shown the ability here in the second half in the clearing game and throughout the entire game, the clearing pattern. Denver's sophomore offensive scorers looking to put one up.
Pios have yet to touch the nylon in the second half. Possession clock is under 60. Skipped across, closing Behrens.
Both teams have handled the ball near flawlessly this afternoon.
We mentioned earlier how well the Pioneers share the ball. They lead the country in assists per game.
Choice here is, do you shoot it or pass it? Good choice.
Plenty of time on the possession clock. There's no need to worry about that.
Depending on the location of the free position will dictate what the strategy is. And if you're deep on the wing, particularly against a right-hand goalie, now a little bit higher up on this opportunity.
This one straight in from the alley as Liddy will fire it high. Georgetown backed it up. Molly Miller closer to the end line.
The lacrosse IQ of both these teams is off the charts. Always making the right lacrosse play.
Miller just snuck in there, closest to the end line. Team defense, Rich, for Georgetown in the second half has been phenomenal.
Agreed, Patrick. And now they have an opportunity to cut the deficit to 1. Don't force the action. Don't let the highs get you too high, the lows get you too low. You've scored the only 2 goals in the second half. You're playing stellar defense. It has to be a quality look at the goal.
Denver trying to earn the takeaway. The stick was out from Caroline Lewis.
Passing lanes, extending, and by playing good passing lanes, you deny the opportunity for your opponent to make the pass.
As we talked about Georgetown's defense, Denver's has been stellar this season. They lead the country, fewest goals allowed per game. Frock will back it out, 15 on the possession clock. Whitehurst.
So unselfish, playing with her head up. But now it's hurry up time.
She'll have to shoot here and scores. Francesca Whitehurst has her first of the game.
She makes it look so easy. This is a crucial goal with time running out on the shot clock. And she catches it like she's playing in the backyard. The look, the catch, she knows the clock, off stick side high. 8-7 Denver. Seen that repeatedly throughout the contest, number 14. And good choice redirecting the ball. You don't always have to go forward, Patrick, in the clearing game. Ryan scored that goal earlier after getting bounced around. She responded in a big way.
Helping out at both ends of the field, Morgan Ryan, senior from Maplewood, New Jersey, first team All-Big East selection. Ten and a half to play in the second. Denver has not scored since a second was remaining in the first half. B. Behrens, the last goal scorer for the Pioneers.
We talked at the time what a big goal that was, and now it looms even larger. It's the difference in the game.
Gebhardt skipped out from behind the cage. Leota running into trouble will draw a whistle on contact.
She got herself into trouble but was able to draw the foul. Good penetration. You see the Denver zone defense, 5 players around the ball. And this is a dead center opportunity.
Liza Leota can make her mark here. Georgetown will take its time, 45 to shoot. Bruno closes. Bruno to the middle, shoots and scores! Michaela Bruno ties the game.
Playing within yourself, doing the things that you know will be successful. Very unselfish, poised play offensively during this possession by Georgetown. And Bruno with the stutter step, the face dodge, and the bounce shot to the near pipe. And Patrick, what started out as a 60-minute game, has been reduced to a 9-minute and 51-second game on a big-time goal by Bruno.
It was a possession for the Georgetown Hoyas, continuing thanks to the decision by Liza Leota to take it in the middle, draw the free position, use the possession clock of 45 seconds to look for a better opportunity. Michaela Bruno delivers with her second of the game.
A super decision not to shoot it from the free center position opportunity. And that really exemplifies what both these teams and programs are about, reflective of their coaches and the way they play the game and respect their teammates and their abilities.
Ricky Freed has been big this week on taking what the game gives us. And Georgetown has taken that to heart in the second half. The expected excellent offense from both teams has been the trend all season long, but it's been the defense today. Denver, the nation's best defensive team. Georgetown saving its best for the end of the season.
Credit Ricky Freed when making the adjustments after Denver went on the early 6-goal run. Good cut.
Behrens. It's in Chomo's stick.
A magical mystery save by Chomo. The front swing, that's how Denver scored in the first half. And they continue to shoot low, and she has made the correct adjustment. And the hustle on the trail check.
9 saves in the game for Chomo. And a card comes out.
This hits her, the handle of the stick, ricochets off the pipe, and then bounces back out. And Chomo with the presence of mind to just stay in position, and you see her waving to the sidelines and her teammates. It's a game of inches. She saved it with the width of the handle of her stick and then the width of the pipe.
Meanwhile, Hannah Liddy in transition for Denver picks up a yellow card. So now Georgetown is warming up.
Denver was warming up in the first overtime. Georgetown held on. Now the challenge will be for the Pioneers' #1 ranked defense in the country.
And Georgetown will be warming up for the balance of this first part of the overtime.
Here, don't give up a layup. They will be able to get a good quality shot, but don't let it be from in tight.
Cross, Whitehurst. Top corner sends Georgetown to a Big East championship, and the crowd returns to the hilltop for the first time since 2010.
Congratulations to both teams on an outstanding women's college lacrosse game. It doesn't get any better than this, and how appropriate that Francesca Whitehurst, who does it all for the Hoyas, seizes the opportunity on the woman up and going hard to the cage. A tremendous shot. Carson Gregg was solid in cage throughout, but this would have been an impossible save. And it's a cliche, but it's unfortunate that both these teams aren't walking off as winners, because they competed 60 minutes and beyond into the overtime. A classic game that will go down in tournament history as the best of the best.
Francesca Whitehurst scored 6 goals in the semifinal win over Marquette. Her teammates have had to do most of the work as the nation's top-rated defense had her keyed in all afternoon. She finally sees her opening. Francesca Whitehurst gives the Georgetown Hoyas a championship. She will be the most outstanding player of this 2009 Big East Women's Lacrosse Championship. Francesca Whitehurst. The senior wanted to keep her career going and showed you that she has the ability to do that. Georgetown will be dancing. They will find out their opponent tomorrow. The Denver Pioneers, with a 14-3 record, will await an at-large selection perhaps. But the Hoyas know they are back in the postseason for the 16th time since 1998. An epic in Milwaukee. Denver and Georgetown. The Pioneers got the first 6 goals. They were held scoreless in the second half, and it took until the second overtime period and a matchup between the Big East best to decide a winner. For our entire crew, for Rich Donovan and Megan Caffrey, I'm Patrick Reed saying so long from Milwaukee. Georgetown is the Big East Women's Lacrosse champion of 2019.